My first goal, using academic games, had a mean average of 4.12. The 3 on the rubric represents they neither agree nor disagree. Therefore, it indicates that most students do agree with that we use academic games. The standard deviation was a 1.2. This represents the kids are consistent with slightly more agreeing than disagreeing on the data. This data was misinterpreted by many students because they were unaware of what the question was actually asking. They took it quite literally. In fact, as the class discussed the goals for anecdotal purposes, many agreed that we use it primarily for English language arts and math. They wanted games used in all content areas. My second goal was purposeful homework. The mean of the survey is 3.97. Once again, many students were undecided of either what the question meant or what was being asked of them. However, it was closer to a 4, therefore more of them agreed than not. The standard deviation was lower on this data with a 0.94, showing that more students all felt the same way. Upon discussion, students indicated their responses mirrored their opinion that homework was a necessary evil that they would rather not do. My third goal, providing rubrics and scales, had a mean of 3.62. The score of 3 on the rubric represents students neither agree nor disagree. Therefore, this tells me that the majority of the students either did not understand the question or they are unsure of the terms used. Once again, the students agreed, but also had a lot of uncertainties. With a standard deviation of 1.14, this also shows that students were inconsistent in their understanding. A roundtable discussion made it clear that students were not sure what the scales reference meant, and that they just circled answers that were middle of the road. In terms of the data, this fact would skew the intended purpose. In terms of understanding, this also made it clear that my class would require express direction as we went forward in the year. Our class has been working very hard on these goals. At the beginning of the year, we were not using any scales or rubrics. I created data binders for each of my students. We record and file our growth for each priority standard in our binders. This gives students ownership and allows them to easily see what areas they each need to work on and what areas they have mastered. We also do quick checks every once in a while to determine what they have learned and any areas of weakness that need to be covered. We do partner work to clarify misunderstanding called Who Can Help. This allows peers with different strengths to become the teacher and not always the student, as we use it across all content areas. We have developed scales and rubrics for math and have been discussing each of the priority standards in more depth. This helps with both their understanding and accountability. As a class, we discuss what it is we should know about each standard and what we need to do to get a proficient level on the scales. We have also discussed what items could be lagging, or if we need to get a proficient level on the scale. These factors guide the academic games and purposeful homework if needed. Going forward, it will prove beneficial to all.